Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and how to manifest a bigger penis while you're sleeping. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, tell some friends, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, man, you might have heard some law of attraction gurus out there talking about manifesting more money or a better, whatever in your life, but the fact is right, you can actually manifest more testosterone, human growth hormone, and that's right, a bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and harder penis. That's what my page is dedicated to, helping you become your best version. I got the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective. You can get at me and sign up for Skype sessions and online coaching. That's what I'm here to do. And without further ado, let's get into this a little bit, more clearly for you. And I know it might sound kind of crazy, and I tell you, man, on the other side of your comfort zone and getting crazy, you gotta do insane. You gotta be insane or remain the same, as they say. But anyways, if you are looking to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, one of the things you got to understand is when you're dreaming at night, your body actually releases DMT, and that's why, I always have vivid dreams. I can explore the astral realms, and and of course I can manifest a better body while I'm dreaming. Now, one of the things you can, you might not have the ability right now per se to acknowledge that you do dream, but everybody out there dreams, and it's just a matter of setting the intention that you do and not getting so lost in the outcome. You know what I mean? You just got to understand that, all right, I'm going to give myself permission to allow myself to that I can dream. And it's as simple as that. It's the Wu-Wei philosophy of just let it be, man. And it's going to all find yourself at the right time. No stress, just go with the flow. Streamlined butterfly. It's a beautiful thing. So, one of the main things that you got to do is, you want to naturally raise your testosterone. Of course, you're going to want to, you should check out my law of attraction video on how to manifest a, more muscular body and bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and harder penis. And the things that I like to do is always use positive affirmations throughout the day and while I'm working out, and it just kind of helps set the tone of my subconscious, because believe it or not, your subconscious is running about 90% of, or 80 or 90%, whatever science likes to claim, of your day. And the autopilot mindset is just keeping you remaining the same. So you got to break the mold sometimes, and you got to reprogram it. So let's put the positivity and the growth program on full bore, pop that clutch and get this going and get yourself growing. You got to just know that you're going to be huge, you're going to be beautiful. Huge. That felt good to say. Huge. You're going to be so huge, you don't even say the H anymore. It's just huge. So anyways, what I'm saying is, if you want to grow, you got to at least give yourself permission that you can. You can't just start listening to everybody tell you, what your subconscious and the autopilot's been, programmed to do. So I always give myself positive mantras, positive affirmations, and that's something that I could definitely help you out with. When you sign up for my, online coaching or whatever. But I'll give you a couple right now. And one that I really like to use is, you guys start with, you gotta have the feel. You know what I mean? And it's not just about saying it, it's about feeling it. It's about embracing the feeling. Because something that I noticed is, the feeling of being huge. You know what I mean? If you ever, like had somebody like smaller stand there, you know, be by you, like, you know, I'm sure a lot of bodybuilders can contest for this, and that's probably one of the reasons why you want to be the biggest you can, and you'll take the synthetics and shut down the natural production that you got. But I'm about getting my you know, steroid cycle from the divine. I'm not looking about science and the side effects that aren't, you know, manifesting the best that I'm seeing on stage, man. I'm sorry, you know, you guys don't have the, you guys might be built all huge, but you got like random, and have random muscles on your thighs, but they're taking away from the main prize, man. Like, look, if you look in those bikini packages, you got a random muscle on your thigh that's bigger than what you got going on down there. And to me, that's just counterproductive in my visualization. If you're going to be, you know, a complete massive, just, you know, beast of a god of a person, you should have a, you know, big, huge piece of meat just swinging at the knees. That's the way that I see it. That's the way that I feel it. And like I was saying, like when you go into that feeling of being like huge, you might understand this, like when you have, you know, a smaller person around you, or like, you know, a smaller partner, they're like, oh man, you know, you have that, just that warm feeling of huge. Like, it's not so much, you know, if you understand that everything that we have in us, like the chakra system, you know, your penis is on the root chakra, and you have your third eye chakra up here, and your heart, and your sacral, and, you know, that might sound, you know, intriguing nonetheless, you know, but understand that when you go into astral realms, whether you're in this physical form or you're floating in the sky at night or whatever you do, and sometimes, like when I lucid dream, I have my, you know, I'll get into like what you should try to aim for when you lucid dream, because I had it last night, man, just thinking about it right here on the fly, man. I'll go into it right now. When I lucid dream, I always make my penis massive. I make myself massive, and I make my penis just huge. I pop it right up between my huge heaving pecs, and it's right there, and it's like, you know, like that, too thick for hands to grip. And, you know, I blow into it, and it just becomes even bigger. And that tells, I know it sounds crazy, right? I mean, I can get into some, you know, more deep dives in my fetish sides, because I got a lot rolling around inside. So, nonetheless, you know, it's one of the things that I do is I make my, you know, make my huge piece of meat even bigger. And, you know, some of you guys might understand this. Some of you guys might be like, why would you want to be that big? It's just that I know that there's always a line for everything inside. You know, you're gonna always, your vibe will always attract your tribe, and I'm not here to, you know, ruin anybody's day. Like, you know, when I manifest my way, I'm not gonna go, you know, terrorize your town. I'm just gonna be, you know, happy being huge, being me, and that's what this is all about, man. You know, spreading love, positivity, and, you know, this isn't about hurting anybody's feelings. This is about being your best version, and, you know, this is one of the things that I like to do. So nonetheless, like when I do dream, and, you know, we're talking about the feeling of being huge in the astral realm. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Anyways, feeling of being huge is like a warm feeling that is beyond the body. It's a divine feeling. All these feelings are inside of you. So you got to understand that they're beyond you. These are what are rolling through, and they manifest through you, like through what you think is your, you know, this form, you know, but these are something from beyond, you know, what this is. So you grab that feeling, you know, and you got to understand, when you acknowledge that, that's when you're going to be able to use the positive mantra and able to, you know, to make yourself huge, to make yourself feel big, to make yourself grow. Because that's what this whole thing is. Like they always say, the feeling is the secret. So you can say it, and start saying it anyways, you know what I mean? Just start believing. Give yourself permission to give yourself, you know, fruition. Give yourself that bigger penis with your intuition. And what I'll say is I'll give you a quick one real quick. You know, a quick one real quick. But anyways, here it is. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. and you just say that. That's one of my favorite ones that's just always running through the subconscious, letting me know that I got a huge piece of meat swinging at my knees, and I have the ground just, you know, shaking with my feet, man. And that's what I feel every moment that I'm breathing. My subconscious already has this programmed in. I'm always reprogramming it with positive affirmations, and I'll go with, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful balls, you know, it's crazy, right? We know this is where the powerhouse of testosterone and human growth hormone come from. So let's say, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful balls are growing more powerful abundantly with my massive penis, producing high amounts of testosterone and human growth hormone abundantly. So you say that, you know, over and over and over and over again while you're working out, while you're, you know, masturbating for manifestation, as I like to claim, and my, you know, and it's something that works for me. You know, I've grown tremendously through these methods, along with exercise, and, you know, it's just something that you got to go within, you know, and that's where you find everything that you need. So before you go to sleep at night, I know, man, I'm just, like, this is one of my favorite things, man, just talking about dreams and manifestations, and just, it's beautiful, you know, and visualizations is definitely key, and I am blessed that my dreams are just becoming more vivid by the day. And it's just, you know, just understand that if you don't have that ability, it's something that will, you know, it's something that grows, and just give yourself permission for it to show. I promise you, just let it go, and it's going to grow. You're going to get these dreams. You're going to be able to go within. And, you know, you might want to, you know, like when you listen to all these other crazy, you know, you got to acknowledge, you know, do these tests throughout the day, like, am I dreaming type of thing. You know, these work in a way. But, like, you know, more or less just let it go, man. That's the woo way. You got to let go, forget about it. And that's going to really, you get out of your own way is really what this all comes down to. And that's when you go to sleep at night, you know, your body does so much stuff. It repairs everything you got. And, you know, like I always claim, man, when I'm dreaming at night, I'm dripping that DMT, and I ain't got to snort for it, smoke for it, jab a vein for it. All I got to do is dream. And it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, I want you guys to, I intend on you guys to be able to do the same and manifest everything that you want, man, and things in your brain, and understand that all thoughts are things. And, you know, if these things are floating around in toroidal fields and entertain the esoteric beliefs, and, you know, like, if you guys are more or less on that science side, that's fine, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. It's all truths are true, but this is something that, you know, I find inside me, and I'm just here to help you be your best you. And this is something that you should definitely consider, you know, just, you know, at least entertain it, man. This place is a magical place. It's fun, and you got to be able to just, you know, enjoy yourself, man, and just smile, man. To me, nothing makes me more happy than having a huge piece of meat swinging at the knees, and just, you know, being able to dream and, you know, crush buildings, and just, you know, it just feels beautiful. And then, of course, flying in the astral realms and visiting other places, and understanding that there's more to this than, you know, everything, and everybody's just more of an extension of the universe as it is. And, you know, it's like, you know, I want to be bigger than a mountain, but I am the mountain. I am the world. I am the universe. We are the universe. You are everything and more. And this is just, you know, just like the tip of the iceberg, man. And you want to have a huge, you know, you want to have a Titanic swinging piece of meat down there, I'm going to help you along the way. And this is one of my favorite ways of doing it, is definitely before I go to sleep, and getting the lucid dreams and the astral realms. And I'll give you a couple, you know, a couple quick tips just for you to be aware of your dreams, you know. And like I said, when you're whatever you focus on grows. And when you're focused on, you know, making yourself bigger, making that huge piece of meat, you know, thicker and longer and bigger and all that, it's going to be constantly just, you know, subconsciously on you. So whether you dream or not, it's going to be, you're creating the thought. Now, the visualization process is something that you're going to have to hone in on and figure out for yourself.
one of the best ways that I can say is understand your body as it is, man. Really, know it. Like, do you know your birthmarks? Do you know your veins? And, this might sound insane, but like, do you know your piece, man? Do you know your penis? Like, can you identify, like Dave Chappelle says, like, I couldn't tell my penis in a lineup. It's like, I could. I know my piece, man. I know every, every vein, every ridge. I know everything that's on it. So you got to get more familiar with your piece, and that will definitely help you with the visualization process. And this way you can see it bigger, you can see it thicker. You can, if they say, shoot for the moon, so at least you'll end up being a star, or in this case, a porn star, rock star, whatever type of star you are. We all come from them, and it's all in here, and beautiful things will appear. So just entertain this thought, of what you visualize as, your ideal penis. Just know what it looks like now, and just kind of like see what it would look like bigger. Like, look between your legs and be like, okay, I want to see it at my knees. I see my penis at my knees. And that's where you're going to just start putting that, just start understanding that you see what you got, hanging there. It's a beautiful thing. So you focus on what you have, and then just amplify it into the direction that you want to see it in. And you might be able to like just have if you like if you see like a porn star that you like, or somebody else's that you like, you can just take that into consideration and be like, man, that's what I'd like to look like. And it will help you with your visualization of where you want it to be proportioned on you. Of course, there's morphs and a whole bunch of other ways that you can help with your visualization, and I could definitely help point you in the right direction. And the Big Cock Collective, that's what I'm all about, man. I'm all about growth. I'm all about helping you visualize and manifest your best version. So when you go to sleep at night, this is about dreams. This is about manifesting a bigger, bigger, thicker, wider, longer, stronger, and harder penis through, while you're dreaming and while you're sleeping, and also naturally raise your testosterone. That's right. The bodybuilders and, all those juice heads out there might not understand this, but like I said, I put myself on a steroid cycle from the divine. And I don't think Zeus and Hercules and, whatever, Priapus and all those gods out there, they weren't taking Tren, alright? They weren't taking Trenbolone and your Deca and your D-Bol, and they weren't making their nuts the size of, grapes. They were about having a huge set of melons down there with a huge piece of meat swinging between their knees. They weren't about taking away from that. And that's where my fitness differs than everybody, all the, typical bodybuilder, gym bro mentality, is I start at my cock and I go up. You know what I mean? That's my root chakra. I figure, you start at the roots, man. That's where you're gonna find your best you. That's where you plant the seed. So you got to think that your seed is right there. You got to nourish your seed. You got to water it. You got to take care of it, and you got to put love into it. So if you love it, it will love you back. That's a guarantee. So start loving yourself. Start getting more familiar with your body. That's another intention that I have with this. I intend on you guys to be comfortable being naked, to know what you have, to just understand that we're more than this. And I intend on everybody to take their power back, because you shouldn't have to feel out of place for being naked. I mean, we come to this place naked, and we're all somebody's kid, if you look at it like that. And when you were a kid, and at one point in your life, it's just so natural, and just it's what you want to do. You naturally just want to be naked. And through social conditioning and everybody just putting all these negative beliefs on you. And that's another thing I could say. Like, think about your tribe. If your tribe is always talking down to your piece and making fun of what you got, you need to find yourself a new tribe. You need to find yourself what's inside. Sometimes you might have to, you might have to be a lone wolf. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, man. You gotta let that howl out. And there's a whole bunch of spirits that are just rolling through us, man. And sometimes you gotta unleash the spirit of the wolf, the heart of the lion, and the eye of the tiger. And you're gonna see through your own manifestations, your own dreams, your own beliefs, you're going to be able to really just resize the situation and be like, you know what? This isn't serving me. This person isn't helping me. I'm about growing myself. I'm about knowing myself. And these people don't want to have anything to do with myself. So you know what? That's when you just got to take yourself and walk away. It's a beautiful thing, man. That's where growth occurs, man. And like I said, on the other side of your comfort zone, that's where that's where the buildings are shaking, the earth is quaking, and you're making beautiful things happen, man. That's, something to keep in mind. So, anyways, I go on these tangents, but it's the universe flowing through me, and I intend on you guys to be your best, man. So, when you go to sleep at night, this is something that I learned from actually watching Eric Ho, and he's a real, I love his meditations and, his music, just when I want to vibe out and really go inside and just, take my mind away for a little bit. But he talks about your third eye. And he talks about tapping on it like this, just to kind of put focus on it. I've naturally already been doing this. Like my mind, I sleep on my back. All right, that's a huge game changer if anybody's looking to dream. If you don't dream, but I can dream like in any position, man. Even when I was like crazy sleeping, like, just like when I was like, doing construction, I would just sleep like, waking up like Mickey Rourke and the Wrestler or something. Like, when I didn't know how to sleep properly, I was still dreaming. But ever since I really, mastered being a sleep sorcerer, just sleeping on my back, and having just like a neck pillow. I don't even, you can use a contour one, but I'm just, sleeping flat. Like I've learned how to sleep on the ground. And that's something that you should, take into consideration. They got people that have these videos about the minimalist way of sleeping on the ground, and that, teach their own. But to me, I still need some padding on that gulu down there. You know what I mean? It's like I got a nice meaty, round muscle butt, but it's just like, but it's like, I need some padding, man. I don't want to have my if you're sleeping on cement or the ground, that's just no good for nobody, man. You're going to want to have some cushion. If you're sleeping on the dirt or whatever, it's understandable. You chop it up like you're, setting up for a tent, and you could definitely sleep on the ground that way. I've done it before. I slept on beaches, and, it's just for the moment of those times at the, when you're in them. So you don't need to do that, but like I said, learn how to sleep on your back. Mastering that, huge game changer. And just being able to focus up, you're going to naturally have that, third eye activation. And that's something that Eric Ho and, Taoists and a whole bunch of other, enlightened people and spiritual, light workers and just people that really know how to dream all like to say. And, focusing on your third eye is definitely the way to astral project, and it helps you get into lucid dream states. So when you at least acknowledge that you have this third eye here, I mean, you see the Hinduism and, Buddha, and like they really, they put that, they put the jewelry there. It's on their mind. So you want to really, give it some love taps, let you know that it's there. Be like, what's up, third eye? What's up, pineal gland? Just let you know that it's there. And when you're, when you're sleeping at night, you just want to tap on it a little bit before you go to bed. What I do is, like I said, I have my manifestation. You get yourself pumped up, I like to edge before bed. It's definitely a huge game changer as far as an exercise to make your penis bigger. So, I do my super edging, I do Kegels throughout the day. I could definitely help you along the way with that. Like I said, getting the Big Con Collective, and I could, give you some one-on-one lessons. But I can give you the gist of it too. You might be able to find your own way, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm just here to guide. So anyways, what you're doing is, when you super edge, you're making that thing throbbing hard. You know what I mean? You're making it as hard as you possibly can before bed, and you got the mantras going. I'm so happy and grateful that I have a huge, massive, beautiful penis. You know, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful balls are growing bigger, rounder, more powerful, abundantly producing high amounts of testosterone, human growth hormone, semen and sperm abundantly. You're gonna say stuff like that. It doesn't have to be what's not natural to you. Like, see, like mine flow out because these are what are inside of me. These are my, these are thoughts that are coming around the universe, and they're magnetically drawn to me, and they're helping me manifest a better me, and I'm here to help you be a better you. Because at the end of the day, you are a reflection of me, and I'm a reflection of you. And we are the universe. We are beautiful. I love you. I love everybody that's watching this, that's feeling this, and everybody that's just here to intend on being a better version of who they can. So, anyways, before you go to bed at night, masturbation for manifestation, positive mantras, visualization, super edging, like I say, throbbing hard, right? There's a lot of stuff, man, but it's more easy than you think. So you get that thing throbbing hard, and like I said, I like to pull on that to really make it as big as I can, and make sure you don't skip out on your testicles, man. You really want to massage them, and like Taoist Montauk Chi says, he's a big advocate of semen retention, and has helped me out tremendously for naturally raising my human growth hormone and testosterone, and something that I agree with. For it's just something that you can have sex, you can masturbate, but you don't ejaculate. It's simple as that. And I know if you're some super macho, like, well, what's the point in having sex if you're not ejaculating? Well, I'm telling you, man, you're only getting the tip of that iceberg, man, because there's a bigger story than that explosion, that release, and besides, if you're actually in touch with that, you understand that there's more than, not every load's created equal. And that's why, like, when I talk, when I listen to Montauk Chi talk about his chart and everything about, like, you can, like, if you're in your 20s, you should wait every 4 days. If you're in your 30s, it's like 6 days. And by the time you're in your 60s, it's like once a month. He's from China, Asia. Chop his chart in half. Like I said, people over there tend to do things twice as hard as they do in the West, and I don't think that every load is created equal, and especially for you guys out there that aren't in touch with your body. I mean, they have that earthquake and body shaking, of an explosion. I'm sorry, man. That just, an animalistic just explosion where it's just coming out like a fountain. Like, that's when I understand that you're going to want to wait the 4 days to charge it up. There's a different type of chi belief when you're releasing that much seed. And, like, that's another thing. I don't waste my seed. And that's right, man. I'll blast it right into my mouth because I know it's good for my hair, keeps my skin glowing, hair flowing, keeps me knowing, and keeps me growing. And I know that might sound crazy to you, but like I said, on the other side, you got, you train insane or remain the same. And, you got natural stem cells and fertilizer just rolling around in that magical bag between your knees or between your thighs, and that's something you need to consider, man. Really you can get all sciencey and Google on the nutritional beliefs, but this is about divinity, man. This is about divine. This is about beyond, this is inside. So you can utilize your own seed to manifest a better you. So this way you never waste any of you, and like, you wait a few days to definitely charge up your chi, and it's something that you should do before you go to sleep, and it will definitely help you manifest in your dreams. And that's what this whole thing's about. But, we're talking third eye chakras, roots, and, having a massive piece of meat. It's a beautiful thing. Before you go to sleep, all throughout the day, affirmations along the way. When you're getting ready to go to bed, edge before bed. Go ahead, chat down anything below, that might resonate with you. Edge before bed. Affirmations along the way. You go ahead and just charge up, and you can charge up one of your affirmations. It doesn't have to be the one that I use. It has to be one that goes inside you. And it's just naturally to you. You know, like I said, it's just got to come out naturally. And the more you say it, the more you practice it, the more it's going to come out. So, you know, just be, you know, put yourself in the happy and grateful, you know, mantra, but then put yourself into the feeling. And that's what we're talking about, that whole feeling of being huge. You know, and, you know, I was talking way back then about the bodybuilders with, you know, how they take the steroids to get that huge feeling, but like I said, counterproductive. I'm on a divine cycle, and I'm going to help you with your sleep cycle. So when you go to sleep at night, you start, you know, releasing that DMT, because when you're having dreams, you can get sciencey on it, that is HGH. That is a guarantee that you are releasing human growth hormone, you are repairing your muscles, and you are getting bigger. You are making yourself grow. So when you do the proper, you know, the proper work throughout the day, it's going to help you manifest while you sleep. And to be able to get yourself into the dreams, you're going to have to, you know, first of all, let go and figure out, you know, what works for you. You know, give yourself permission that you can dream. And like I said, before you go to bed, edge before bed. But when you're in that, when you're laying down, after you super edged and did all your stuff throughout the day, activate that third eye. You know, like the Eric Howe. That's nice rhyme, man. The universe really has me, you know, when I'm in my flow state, it keeps me going. So anyways, you activate that third eye, you focus on it. That's where your eyes are looking when you're going to bed. And start seeing what you want to see. Start seeing that huge piece of meat swinging between the knees. Start seeing it throb up to your pecs. Start seeing it thicker than a 2-liter, or however, you know, however thick you want it. You know, honestly, like I said, shoot for the moon, and everybody's a porn star, rock star. You know, at least you'll be that. You know, whatever. And I'm not saying that's the way to be, anyways. I'm just going with, you know, making you a better version and just helping you, you know, manifest what you want and what you intend on getting and what you will get. So you visualize your best piece of meat down there. You're more familiar with it. Start loving what you got, man. Start knowing every ridge, every birthmark, every part of what it is, if it curves, if it bends. And I can help you straighten those out along the way too. If you want to see it, you know, go from this to go to that, we can make that happen. Like I said, get in the Big Con Collective. So with that, you know, understand before you go to bed, third eye activation, and, you know, definitely go with the visualization for manifestation. All right. So there's just, I feel like I just want to give you something a little bit extra just for when you're like sleeping there, and just to really help you out. But I feel like I gave you pretty much the gist of it, man. Just like I said, the super edging, the subconscious affirmations. And when you're about to sleep and go off, really get yourself, you know, have the visualization while you're tapping the third eye, and you're gonna find out what happens when you're dreaming, man. Because like I said, man, just, you know, back in this beginning of this video, like when I was talking about, I had my dream again where I was making my penis right between my, you know, popping it up, making it massive and huge, and I was able to suck on it, and I was a massive giant beast, man, and stomping the streets. So all this stuff is inside me, it's inside you, and, you know, you got to find what works for you, because you guys are beautiful. So with that, you know, make sure you guys, you know, of course, ring the bell, get at me on my social media, tell some friends, you guys are beautiful, and you know what, I'll be here, man. We're going to have some more beautiful experiences. I'm going to help you along the way. Go ahead and chat down anything that really might have just, you know, scratched your brain and made you feel something, and just, you know, I'm here to just give you another, you know, another outlook on this place, man. I'm going to show you something that you might not have seen that you already saw. It's a beautiful thing. So I love you guys. Follow me on the social media. Get at me. Love you guys. Peace.